Good evening, everybody, ducks and FFR people alike. It is time for week 3 of the Duck Boot Camp. I'm Saracen. I got Luffy in the booth here, who is going to be running our seed tonight. Luff, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Happy to be here with you. Welcome to week 3, Sunday night, floaterless fun times. So we're going to be having some good times tonight. We're going to be doing a lot of sailing in the boats, though.
Yes. So, sometimes an underappreciated set of skills in the randomizer is just how to navigate without the skyboat.
Yeah.
And you know what? Honestly, what I think has come to pass over the past few years even is floaterless has gone from being less of a flag set and more of just a bragging rights.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I finished this one floaterless, right?
Yeah, it's amazing, like, sometimes how that just, like, kind of happens. It happened a few times in winter tournament here and there, where, you just didn't get, your floater, you didn't get your canoe to the right time, and, like, it was just, you were stuck doing certain things. It was just kind of wild.
So with this, we are going to be focusing on all of that overworld movement, and especially all of the difficulties involved in sailing around the Melman continent, because that is the pain.
Yes, it is. We're going to see some interesting map edits tonight as well. Some things that are not normally in there. It's cool.
All right, so let's take a look at some flags here.
Let me get them up. Looking good. I'm on the goal screen for you.
Fabulous. So goal, we got Long Topher again. We've gone back. We did Mid Topher last week for the first time. It was a good time.
Mm-hmm.
But we're back to Long Topher, and the reason is that Long Topher is a skill set that always needs honing, because the end game is horrible and deadly. We are going to be getting our 4 orbs as usual, and we will have that Topher exit.
Mm-hmm.
Onto the scaling, the biggest call out here is that I've reduced the overworld encounter rate, because we're going to be in a boat.
There's a little bit of pity here. Thank you. I do appreciate that.
So what is especially notable here is that because the encounter rate is down to 33% of normal, that means there is only one sea encounter per 256.
Mm-hmm.
You can encounter manipulate around that very easily.
Yeah, and considering that I'm not going to have the luxury of finding the floater to not take encounters, I will try to hit on that a little bit tonight. I'm going to try to figure it out relatively early and try to see if I can call that out at certain times to kind of give you guys an idea of what to listen for and what to look for. Audio cues are pretty key with that, so we'll see how that works out.
And, from my perspective as a person who does not play with game music, you just get a feel for it.
Yeah, this is also true. It's another way to handle it.
Yeah. If you're not familiar with the encounter table stuff yet, there is an extensive article in the wiki, and it's been, I think, effectively, it will always be a work in progress.
Yes, this is true.
So yeah, we're gonna have to explore the encounter table a little bit here, which is good practice.
Yeah, and the 0.7 in dungeon is a fair balance, I think, as well, so it'll be fine.
Yeah, I would say that's kind of a common rate. We're looking at 6 encounters per 256 steps. It's not that bad.
Pretty normal.
On to our incentivized locations. We're going to see a couple of things notable right here. Floater, grayed out, means it's not in the game.
Yep.
Bridge, it's grayed out. That's because it's free. Little different.
Yep.
However, special shout-outs to Ice Cave, Volcano, and Sea Shrine.
Yes.
So we will have random incentive item locations.
Yeah. Maybe we get lucky and find it early. Maybe we don't get lucky and we got to keep on digging. It's always a little hectic when you have a random location for an item in a dungeon, because you're kind of trained to go to that incentive area. When it's random, I mean, get your loot goblin out. We're going to be open boxes probably.
And I think it's worth noting that Volcano is, I would say, one of the the areas where people diverge a lot in how they handle the looting of it. You'll see a bunch of people who do armory and the left pair of hairpin, like the top left of that room, and then move on, or they'll grab the free chest in the first room and move on. With the idea that, you know, if it's on the Agama floor, great. If I need to come back after I kill Carrie, okay, I guess.
Right, yeah.
The shrine sort of has like a solved route.
Yeah.
Which I think Luffy will probably show off. And then Ice Cave, you know, Ice Cave is its own special beast.
It is.
And there's one chest that we all hate with Ice Cave if you don't have one.
Yeah.
But, you know, we'll see.
It's fine.
And because the floater is not in the game, we had to add an extra incentive item to even it out, so the opal bracelet will be findable as an incentive.
There are worse things to have as a item, so I will take that. At least it's not a black shirt.
Right. All right, to the game mode and overworld, we got a bunch of checkboxes here that you may not be familiar with.
Yeah, pretty certain that we've only had early open progression mostly checked throughout these. So yeah, get ready for some interesting stuff you're going to see tonight. Areas that we don't normally have access to are going to be there.
So, quick shout out to extended open progression. This particular flag is, I would say, slightly more common than some of the other ones, because all it does is it makes there be a land path from Dwarf to Northwest Castle. You won't need the canoe for that. And so that can actually open up some interesting early game routing. It can push the ship a little bit later. There's all sorts of things that can happen with that, just in terms of moving the game forward a little bit, because that's something that you can then walk all the way from Canaria to Elfland or to Marsh, you know? So we won't need the canoe or the ship to get to that portion.
Yeah, it kind of really throws items in certain areas that are definitely will make you think a little bit. Like, you know, you usually need that canoe to be able to head on down to Marsh Cave and area like that. That's not out. We can walk that way now, but the northern docks are on. The Ryukon dock is on, for what it's worth. Bahamut dock, Lafane River dock. There's some cool stuff out there that aren't really normally played with, that you're going to see some really neat little map edits. So the devs put in a lot of work making this look the way it does, and it's pretty smooth.
And another special shout out with the Bahamut Cardia dock. That is important because Cardia Islands are incentivized.
Yes. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to get to those chests.
Yeah, so there is another flag, and it's a little further down, that puts linked chests to all of the Cardia Islands behind Bahamut. And, you know, we'll mention that when we get there. But that is how you will be able to access that Cardia Islands incentive. But yeah, we've got some interesting things. And River to Melmond, kind of a funny one. People don't usually see that come up very often, unless I'm being a jerk when I vetted a seed, which I have not vetted a seed this week, which means you're probably not going to see that matter. Yeah. However...
it's one of my favorite little edits, too, that you hardly ever see. It's so cool.
When it comes up, it's hilarious.
Yeah, I'm gonna show it off on the click right now with the expand to kind of show it. Neat little water path through the mountains right there. It's almost inviting.
So onto the maps and routing, you will see Bahamut's Horde. That is that flag that puts all the chests behind Bahamut. Very important flag in this flag set.
Yeah, the one directly behind Bahamut that I'm kind of hovering over with the mouse right now, that's the incentive box. So should you have this, you know, in a race setting, and you don't want to kind of open all the boxes, not sure where it is, it's this middle box right behind Bahamut that has the item.
And note that if you're looking for the vanilla location for the Cardia incentive, it's in the forested island.
Yes.
Bottom right island. And it's in the left room, kind of tucked into the top right.
Yeah, top right box, bottom left room.
But we're not going to be seeing that cave tonight because we just can't get onto that island.
Yeah, it's a very pretty island that we'll be longing at from the boat.
onto our treasure and freebies, you will see the remove floater box checked. Surprise!
Yeah.
We have nothing new in the shops in Magic this week. That's gonna stay calm for a little bit.
Yeah. Give it time.
I think so.
Give it time.
Our enemies, formations, and bosses, we have a special Warmac mode.
Yep.
It is a patrolling Warmac, which means there will only be one Warmac fight, but you can choose whether or not you will take it.
Yep.
So the way this works is there is a wandering NPC. Now, when I say wandering, keep in mind it's basically stuck in like a 3x3 box. Somewhere in the Sky Maze. Sky 4, you know, good old 2 horizontal, 2 vertical of your choice. Somewhere in there will be a Warmac you can talk to start the fight.
Depending on what we look like time-wise when we get there, I might try to seek him out just to kind of show you guys.
On our party composition, we are completely open as far as what we can pick, because we are past those basic weeks. We don't want to hold you back.
Yep. Party is your oyster.
On to classes. Notable here, we have turned on the Have Black Belt Crit Rate and turned off Thief Lockpicking. These are important things to notice. So having the Black Belt Crit Rate isn't necessarily as sharp as you might think. The Black Belt just crits way too much without that flag on. It is unfair. And so we turn it off when we really want the Black Belt to be super overpowered. And then we turn it on when we want the Black Belt to be a balanced class that should be considered for actual, you know, regular play and not just an auto pick.
Yeah, balance.
Thief lockpicking. I would say that Thief lockpicking tends to be off for racing environments, so
yeah,
we're trying to take that off a little bit more as we get further in.
It's a fun flag, and you guys got to enjoy it last week, but it's a gift. We're not going to gift it this week.
Right. And and equipment and items, nothing really surprising here. We're continuing on with our -3 to +5 equipment burst range.
Still got that guaranteed ruse item out there somewhere.
Our item magic has gone back to vanilla. I haven't forgotten about it this week. Isn't that amazing? I certainly forgot about it last week. And game adjustments is the same. So that's pretty much it. I think there's a lot of work to be done in this flag set.
Question in chat from Static Pulse SA. Yes, so improved harm is now pretty standard to give that white mage a little more viability. You know, she's a good healer. She can bring you back to life if you die, if you're lucky enough to get the spell, but she's not really much of a damage dealer. The improved harm does allow her to damage all enemies, even if they're not undead. So it's pretty standard to kind of give party a little more diversity, I would say.
Yeah, the white mage, especially in the scalings that we use in the boot camp, is, without this flag, just going to sit on her iPhone, and that's it.
Yeah, just about.
You know, call it like it is, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, very standard flag. I would say I can't recall the last time I've seen it turned off.
Yeah, it's certainly been a while, if at all.
So yeah, that's a thing to keep in mind.
Yeah. Alright, I got the game pulled up, and we're gonna take a look at the blurstings now. Can you still see my screen okay?
I can see your screen okay.
Alright folks, let's take a look and see what we're dealing with here. Saracen said he rolled me some really choice blurstings, so let's see if he's right or not. Yeah, fighter's pretty good.
So improved Thor is unique.
Yeah, I'd say so.
So what it does is it doubles your attack stat after all other modifiers. So your temper is twice as strong. Your strength is twice as good. On a fighter, that is absolutely amazing. if you find the Thor hammer.
If.
And when I say that this is like unique among Blur Singers, you can have a Thor hammer like -9 versus a vanilla Masa, and that Thor hammer is actually still going to compete.
Yeah.
It's real gross.
It does some really interesting things, and really like it can be damaging in the hands of a red mage. It's crazy. Something that doesn't have great hit growth. So, you know, it's one of those flags that you definitely want to keep an eye on. You see that, it always deserves consideration. And we'll probably take a fighter just because of that. Except... Thief.
Legendary Sword Thief is a real good thief.
Let me turn up the volume on Saracen here a little bit, Herbie.
Maybe turn the game music down a little bit.
Yeah, drop that game music down to like -45. That's probably a little bit better. And Saracen a little bit up. I'd say so. I can raise my
Is that better,
yeah.
chat?
How are we sounding now, chat?
I hope that's better.
Yeah, I don't restream often, so I'm trying. Black belt, +20 MDef, promo fighter armor. Probably not bringing one anyway. Pretty good red mage too. Improved cac claw and Viz 2. Nothing to sneeze at. White mage, very strong. Exit, +40 HP. That exit is really nice to have. And we have a black mage with extra hit points and life. What more could you ask for?
Yeah, every one of those mages is real strong.
Yeah.
Thief is a good carry, like, you know, we saw with Ninja Week.
I know. You know,
it's so hard to choose this one, right?
It really is. Like, I want to go Thief Rainbow, like, real bad. And you know what? I'm going to do it. I'd like to show off the improved Thor, and if I find a Thor hammer in, like, one of the first 3 boxes, I'll reset to show it off. But these mages are all very strong. That exit is just really super nice here for some utility to get in and out of places with this white mage. I can't see turning that down.
You know, I remember talking not that long ago about party order, and in the rainbow especially, and I just think it's funny that we have a difference on that.
Yep, I know. I thought about that, and I wanted to kind of do the order that you did, but I forgot. I just went to my normal order.
Welcome, Raiders.
Yeah, hello out there.
So, plus exit and heal plus magic and invis plus, those are all going to be in level 8 slots.
Yes.
Heal plus magic means cure 4, heal 3, and one of the life spells. I don't remember if you get life 2 in there or not necessarily. I think I had it with regular life the other day.
Yeah.
Otherwise, exit and invis 2 for the white mage and the red mage here. Those are going to be in level 8. You will start with 2 charges of level 8 whenever you have one of those magic blurs.
Welcome, Ale. TLDR, we're doing floaterless fun times, so get ready to not take, you know, the airboat anywhere. So your airboat flying school is off the hook for the night.
All right. So, Luffy, you ready?
I am ready.
You go whenever you're ready. Go on.
All right, here we go.
Get out of here.
We got to go a little 3, 2, 1, and we're off. Sort of, because I'm clicking lots of buttons. Okay, now we're going.
Uninspired level 1. Heal 2 is pretty good.
Passable.
At least.
Passable. Okay, sure. That'll be fine.
Fire 2 is fine.
Yeah, that's okay. Interesting.
The herb is in Lefane.
Yeah, which we do have access to very early on because of the map edits that we probably will show off. Ooh.
I mean, kind of. Oh, that chain +5.
Right?
Ooh, baby.
I almost wish I had a fighter now. Okay. And hey, I'll take that.
Yeah, Falchion +4 is a very reasonable weapon to start out with.
Indeed it is. All right. A little slow out of the blocks here, but that's okay. Let's see what we got. That's a decently fast first encounter. There's a lot of free tiles around Canaria.
Yeah. My general thought is if you get one encounter before you get to the temple, that means that it's pretty fast off the hard
Yeah,
reset.
about
Relative.
15, 16 steps there, give or take.
Not necessarily fast enough to do a grind with.
No, I don't think so.
Taking advantage of that exit.
Mm-hmm.
Some people would already have forgotten it.
Still gonna,
Poison touch.
yeah, that's gonna make Earth Cave a little annoying. Okay, sure. Okay.
So that was kind of an uninspired set of 3 chests, but at least we have a house.
Yeah, it's fine. You know, usually I like to check those boxes for just a little bit of extra cash, which we don't have. But we started with an okay amount of money. We're fine. We're fine. Okay.
Bobble.
And
okay.
there we go. It had to come relatively early at some point, right?
I mean, we have extended early open.
Yeah, we do. I guess I did get a little lucky there.
It could have pushed itself out pretty well.
Yeah.
You know, that's not a terrible house price, but it's a little steep.
It's a little bit. It's not terrible though. We're definitely gonna buy some pures because of those wolves we saw already. All right, let's see if we can check this encounter table on the ocean. What do we got?
It's not the first one.
Nope. Okay, not bad.
So that tells me that we're going to invest in some tents, and we're going to enjoy that investment quite well.
Yes, we will. I'm going to hard reset again, leaving Provoca here and see if we can pick up an encounter somewhere along the line, because depending on money situation, I might open a few more boxes here without going to an early marsh cave being incentivized. You know, getting that canal tells me, like, I got a lot of areas open. I just need to find the canoe, and then everything's open. That's depressing.
Yep. Very sad there.
Pro rings in the worst shop. Okay, fine.
That just tells me you're probably not getting pro rings there.
Not from here. Sarda has the chime. Okay, cool.
Right, heal 3 is good.
I'll take it. Don't need lamp.
Not in this flag set.
Oh boy.
Huh.
Yeah.
Alright, so all of the blursas were made up for with the mediocre level 1 magic.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick up heal 3 as well on this red mage just to have it. If we end up at Lefane with promotions somewhere along the line, I might buy the Cure 3 as well. I could use a little bit of money.
So question in chat is Provoca the worst? Yes, it is the longest step count by far.
Yep.
Gaia is also not great, but it's not nearly as bad.
That's not even worth keeping. Okay.
I mean, 1,700 wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad. I was hoping for like 3,000 or 4,000 though.
Okay, so that first encounter on the sea being as far as it is, you almost just want to save after it the first time, because you're gonna be on the reverse on the encounters, if I remember right.
Yep. You see, there we go. That money I'll hang on to. And the heal stick. Beautiful. We got money.
Yeah, heal stick should cover you.
Yeah. Alright, we'll make a quick pit stop at Elflin to check level 3 magic and the shops and stuff, and then we will head on out. In fact, we'll do that from the outside because, you know, why not?
So notable in this flag set is that Marsh Cave is not incentivized.
Yeah.
This is by design.
Yep. So probably going to be that our good friends, the sages at Crescent Lake, have what we want, or we're going to do the big bummer of going to Bahamut without the tail and kind of hope and see if we get lucky. There's temper. That's good.
Committing temper on the first slot of level 3 before checking the white shop.
Yep, sure am. Dang it. It's fine.
Well, it's
it's
not
fine.
learnable for the red mage, so...
That was
yeah.
almost bad. I thought it was slot 3 for a second. But you know, the way I look at it, though, like, I'm going to want temper in slot 1 at the end game. Like, I'm going to be wanting to cast temper instead of casting fade. So, it's fine. Oh, that's a really cheap nuke, too.
Nice.
All right, I'll take it. Oh, wait a minute. Egg is on floor. Okay, so the ruby is in Volcano on floor 2. So ruby's on the adamant or the armory floor, which is very nice.
We still don't have tents.
We do not, but we're going to Crescent Lake anyway because that's our next logical destination.
Cap plus 5 is like uninspired armor, but it's better than nothing.
It is.
And yeah.
Caps and gloves plus 5, like I'll consider buying them if I have the money when I see it, just in case.
It's got to be pretty early, though.
Yeah, a little bit of extra defense right here the first, I don't know, how many minutes are we in? 7, 8 minutes? I mean, that's fine.
I don't know, I'm not running a timer. Hey, that right there was Luffy's dock.
Yay!
He forgot it in a race.
I did, and I wandered the map for about 45 minutes trying to figure out why other people were finished until I went past it, and the pause was real.
Yep.
You ever have your soul just leave your body?
And have it be visible on stream without a camera?
Hey, there we go.
Hey!
Give me all of the tents.
Yes.
All right, we had vanilla silver somewhere. Gold -3 is a bit of a bummer.
Unfortunately, that vanilla silver is just going to be better.
Yep. Cure 4, not promotion locked. Everything else good there with life is.
I mean, we're going to want to promote.
We are.
This is a promoting party.
Indeed. Alright, I was hoping that was what we were going to see. Interesting. Okay. So what do we do here?
So, I really like that hint that you just got, except for the part where all of that is accessible.
Yeah,
right now.
I know. I'm.
So with the situation that we have here, everything is open.
Yep. So now,
literally everything.
literally, the world is our oyster. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go to Ice Cave.
A bold choice.
Yep. Yep. Level 2, level 1 Fire 2 says let me go to Ice Cave. I would like to go to Volcano, but I'm scared of it. So
Matty Max coming in, just joining. What is the focus? We are floaterless tonight.
we are.
Floaterless is a heck of a thing, and it teaches a lot of lessons.
Okay.
So it's good to burn that first encounter in this place because this place sucks.
Yeah.
But also, you're gonna end up circling around to it eventually anyway.
Yeah. Oh, ambushing wizards! No.
At least they were hitting the most armored character in your party,
They were. Bless
and
that
not
red
hitting
mage.
very hard.
Yeah. That's unique. Usually wizards hit very hard, so interesting.
Yeah, one of the jokes that this game has. Wizards, they're bashing wizards. That's their specialist school is bashing. So because we have the random incentive in ice, warp is less important, but still kind of important.
Yeah, that is a spooky tile.
Yeah, mud goals can punch real good.
Yeah. Oh, that's cute.
2 gargoyle tiles.
That's very cute. Hey, hey, that Bane Sword's not bad. There's some XP in a box. Okay, now I feel better about everything else.
Yeah.
I even have a charge of Fade. How wonderful. On the plus side, with the exit, should I have to go back to the vanilla incentive box, I can just duck on out of here.
Quack.
See what I did there?
Yup.
Maybe?
I don't know.
They're an okay defense. Or an okay, XP.
Well, we're committed now.
We
Fade
are.
is out.
We're good. Level 9. Okay.
You do have a house or two, so, you know, that's kind of nice, too.
I do. I picked up that extra house, which made me think about doing it. Just any kind of cheap level I can get on the way to Volcano is going to be nice. Because that's where we're going next. I don't want to get to Volcano and not finish it. What? Oh no, that's bad. That's
It sure
very,
is. That makes a lot of places very spooky.
Yep, that's very bad. Oh boy, we're dead.
Sure are.
Yep. Okay, so I will not disrespect the cockatrices again. I hate burbs.
So, question about our Gaia and Lefane accessible? Yes, we have some map edits that allow accessibility to all the important places.
Mm-hmm.
We can even access Bahamut. There's an incentive behind Bahamut.
We can. On the plus side, I don't have to check really any other box for the most part. I know what I want.
So you're gonna grab the Bane Sword and the
XP, yes.
the XP, yeah.
I'm terrified of this.
That can be a very dangerous pack.
Yep.
It's very unfortunate that Fade was the first spell to go out.
It was. Sad, because Fire 2 may have done the job, although probably not.
You can't know until.
Yep,
right?
yep. And then I gotta go through this spooky tile here, which I did not heal. Oh, I got turn order, though. Okay. We're gonna heal now. Because I'm scared. Okay. Sony, we already talked about my disdain for this place, and it's already killed me once. I'd rather not have it do it again.
Yeah, Lit 2 Cockatrice is not on our fun list.
Yeah, we're gonna heal again because I'm scared. I don't even remember if I... Yeah, okay, I did get that. Did I get this one? I don't remember.
No, it was just before.
That's funny. How many minutes am I in? 15? That is too long to reset. Well, at least there's that.
All right.
Okay. We're out of here because this place is terrifying. Okay, we did not pick up that second house, notably, which gives me slight pause about going to Volcano without an extra, because I'd really like to be able to go to Volcano, get the egg off of the second floor, warp out using exit, and then re-up and go back in, and just take some fights as I go. But not having an extra house worries me with that, but we're going to do it anyway.
I mean, there's decent odds that you'll get a house in the armory.
There are, and I think we're... how many... I mean, we got some nukes and tempers. We should be fine. If we get XP in a box, too, we're good. We're good. We're good. Okay. Now, all it said was floor 2. It didn't say where on floor 2. So we're going to find out pretty quickly if it's in a nice spot or a not-so-nice spot.
And this is one of those divergent routing things. Some people will commit to the side, like Luffy appears to be doing right now.
Yep. I always commit to one side.
Yeah.
That's just how I route it. It's probably wrong. Come on! It's probably wrong. You're better off going to the other chest dense locations first. But this is just the routing that I'm comfortable with. I've forgotten a chest in the hairpin too many times to not do my own routing. That's nice.
That is very nice.
Let's do this. Sure. Oh, man. Come on.
At least you have the hit points to get through this now.
I do now. Terrifying.
So, is this a low level for these dives, or is this normal? Well, relative to vanilla, this is a little low.
Yeah.
Um,
All right, there
hey.
we go. Egg.
Cool. Still gonna do the armory because it's right here.
Oh, yeah, we still are. And in fact, we
things.
may or may not take a couple free chests on the Agama floor, too. Maybe. Again, I would really, really, really like to find a house. I like being able to spam heal 3.
Yeah, and this is the right time for it, you know? Man, this is the thick part of the encounter table.
Sure is.
There's one of our silver bracelets. That's nice to see.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay. How much do you have? $100. So somewhere between 100 and 380. That does not narrow it down.
Right.
Okay. Well, good to know that's there.
I think if you... Well, you have a equipable weapon for the thief, right?
I do. I have that Falchion +4.
Yeah, in which case, you know, maybe that's a thing worth considering.
I am considering it. Alright. No house in the armory is a bit of a bummer. We're going to have to be smart about this. I got to save that last heal 3 charge.
Question about the boss scaling. It is back to the 70 to 150 range that we have typically had in these flags.
Yeah, with 7-ish charges of Fade and Nuke, I'm not too worried.
So, important call out on the spike tiles. That room right there, just to the left of that first chest, is the same spike tile as where that eye was.
Yes.
In the armory.
In fact, let me go back and show you guys just because, you know. So
the reason this is important is that there's no off step.
Yep. So right here, should I choose to... Alright, so 140... So more than 210... less than 260. Alright, so between 210 and 260. So should I decide to take levels here, all I gotta do is go down and up, and it'll just automatically pull the fight again. I don't care. So this is good, because then you can just keep taking this fight and not have to worry about going back and forth like this in the armory and take an off encounter. I can just take this fight over and over again. I'm not going to right now, but it is there if I wanted it. And if I had promotion already, I would. So I can't wait to go to Bahamut after this and be sad that there's the tail. Alright, that's cool.
Yeah, Zeus Bonk is nice to just have as a thing.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I lost the Pro Ring and the Pro Cave from Ice Cave to those Lightning 2 burbs. Like,
it's okay.
Like, where's the armor for my right mage? Oh, yeah, that's right. It's gone. How very sad.
So worth calling out here because we saw it in action, and we need to keep this in mind for the future. The hint givers tell you a lot of information when it comes to the random location incentive items.
Oh, bummer. Sure. I take it back. 5 charges of Faded Nuke because the Red Mage is a bum.
Yeah, that not getting level 4 slots until character level 8 is kind of a bummer.
And he's sleeping on the job. What a guy. And the thing is, if I had a house, he'd have it because I'm like level 11 right now.
Yeah, you have picked up some levels.
Yeah. But there we go. Level 13 feels pretty good.
Yeah.
Alright. Orb. Here we go.
1 down, 3 to go.
Yeah, we're not going to deal with those pesky wolves. Okay, where to now? I suppose I can chase down that egg. We know that Sarda has the chime. Still missing a shop item, which may or may not be in Gaia or Onrak, or possibly even the, oh, come on. The, caravan.
Yeah.
Well, first we're gonna revive our party and think for a second. We can top off on the heal potions here, and I think, oh, stone poison. Saracen, everything wants to kill me.
This is normal.
This is normal. All right, a couple houses, just 4. That should be plenty. There was nothing in there that I want. I could buy Cure 4 while I'm here. In fact, I might as well do that.
I would wait until Lefane.
Well, I could. But, I mean, it's learnable right here. And I'm going to promote, you're right. But, I mean, what if I don't? What if there's a world where we don't? Which probably doesn't happen.
It would be hard to believe, but at least you have the legendary Sword Thief.
This is true. Okay, so... what do we feel like chasing, folks? Let's, we could chase that egg, or we can get crazy. Let's get crazy.
Gonna go to Bahamut?
I am.
And then to Ordeals?
I am.
Or Ordeals, then Bahamut?
Bahamut first. Because now I'm thinking the tail really is here, and I'm going to be very upset.
Lazy Bahamut is best Bahamut.
Yep. Could have turned in that crown, too, while I was at it, now that I'm looking at what's here. I got, like, 3 trackers up. I'm trying. It's a rod. Okay. Well, that makes me feel a little bit better about not just beelining my way to Melman Continent. Money's good. Hey, there's a pro ring.
So professional.
Indeed. A lot of pocket change here. Wow, that was disappointing at best.
Alright, so here's the long-term pop quiz for you, Luffy.
Mm-hmm.
We know that the slab is at the waterfall.
It is.
Do you go to waterfall before you leave this area?
I think I do. I think I do. I want to see what's here first.
Yeah.
You know, even if this is a ribbon, it's useful. You know, we'd still really like to find the Masa, obviously. The Opal would be a bit of a disappointment, but will be a welcome addition nonetheless. Oh my god, this maze is not going to cooperate.
Sure ain't.
Nope. It's fine. Oy vey, come on. It always is so frustrating when you get ambushed with a thief with high agility in slot 1. Like, why?
Because Nasir.
Yeah.
Nasser.
Okay.
It's probably Nasser.
Okay. Hey, okay, that was alright.
Hooray!
We made it okay after a first little snafu. There's, as you can see, there's a lot of floors behind that last teleporter, which means there was definitely some bad stuff in there. Oh no.
Hi, Maddie. The answer is floaterless.
Hey, hi Maddie. Yes, floaterless with a touch of cruel so far.
So, you know, just in case we've missed anybody in the 30-ish minutes since the seed started. Floaterless in this context means you literally cannot find the floater, and the map is edited to allow accessibility for that fact.
Yep. We'll show off a little bit of those edits pretty soon. I know I don't have to check these boxes, but I was hoping they'd be any kind of better than Bahamut, which they really weren't. All right, well, that's fine. I do not care what that spike tile is, so we're out of here. Okay, so let's route this in because we can also check the caravan and on-rack for a shop item, which we should have the money for after Grandpa Bahamut gave us his spare change.
Hey, Luffy.
Yes, sir.
So after you check Oasis, maybe check the Matoya River dock.
Hey, look at that. I was going to do that next, but I was coming here to get that slab anyway, so I figured what I could do... Oh, no, there's no way to dock over by on-rack, or by Melman. That's a bummer.
Yeah, unfortunately, the river doesn't go all the way up.
Yeah, I was hoping to show off something cool. That's fine. We'll head there. We're going to stop at Matoya first because she's closest after we pick up the slab, and then we will head on over to Translate Slab and then do Gaia and Lefane area. So we could turn in that bottle already, too. Really trying to go to that continent only one time with bottle and slab in tow. And the early hint kind of gave me the idea of not going there until I was ready to have both items.
You know, I just looked at the little tooltip deal for the River to Melman flag. It's like one tile off from providing a dock on the north side.
I know. Just go look at myself. I'm like, is there a dock? And I have on my second monitor, I have the map edits pulled up so I know where I'm going. That is a bummer.
Maybe we need to ask for a sub flag to add.
Yeah, that'd be great, right? I mean, come on. Anytime you can use a dock to park like that, it's just really cool. We're going to show off Matoya dock here in a minute. Slab. Oh, and I bought the adamant as well. We did the robot and that. Okay. Dude, he just juked me.
He did.
And yeah, I want this too. That is possible endgame armor for this ninja.
Alright, so you have lots of things to turn in.
I do, and we're going to do quite a bit of those turn-ins right now. I'm going to reset out of those Hydras knowing they have stone poison. I do not feel like dealing with it.
So one downside that we have here is the Matoya River dock doesn't really make sense because you have all the other things to turn into.
I know, but we're going to do it real quick. I mean, maybe she gives me the TNT, and then we look Gigabrain. Maybe.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
So we sometimes refer to this as the secret Matoya River dock. It is the best dock on the north side of the Inner Sea.
Yep. I have used that dock to walk all the way to Temple of Fiends before. Well, you know what? That is useful.
It is useful.
It's fine. I'll take it. And considering we're not going to get a airship to come back here and grab later, we're going to hang on to that.
Yeah. So I do say the best because there is one by Provoca. That one kind of stinks though.
Kind of.
Kind of really. It's good for one thing only, and it's, hey, I was doing a desert grind and I ran out of money.
That's true.
Or ran out of tents, rather. It's like one of those things.
Hey, there's that opal. We'll hang on to that, sure. Alright, I'm glad I didn't chase down that crown, then.
We're now at that safe point where you actually have charges of spells.
I do.
Isn't that the best?
It is. It feels good. Forgetting exit there for a second, but that's okay. I'm not dealing with that. Stop it. All
We're gonna
right.
get our translate on. Do you go grab the chime first before leaving?
I probably do, and I think I'd just do Earth Cave while I'm here also.
Yeah, anytime that you can one dip this continent is ideal.
Yeah. I was hoping for promotion. Is it going to come back to bite us? Not really. Rack will be nice, but not necessary.
The dangers.
Hey.
We have the dangers.
Life 2.
Of warp being in slot 1 of your level 5 magic.
Yeah, that would imply that I'm gonna scroll to level 5 magic though. I'm buying it just because it's there.
I know, but like now you've got the warp boss on top of the exit boss.
I know. At least in this day and age, they do give you the option of having to double click. That wasn't a thing back a while ago. The devs have added that failsafe in because many of us have lost the run to the exit or the warp boss before, and now you have that confirm exit or confirm warp, which is glorious.
I've still mashed through it.
I have to. I'm just trying to make the ducks feel better about themselves when they inevitably do it. All right. That is a chime from Grandpa. I figure we finish Earth Cave while we're here, then we go turn in that adamant, and then we go to the Gaia continent and turn in the bottle and the slab.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah, it feels right. Was really hoping to have come across that Masa already with all the checks that we've already done. No such luck, though.
Well, thinking about where we're at,
Mm-hmm.
we have bottle and slab to turn in,
Yeah.
which, that's a nice double.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the Sea Shrine random and the Sky vanilla.
Yeah.
And Canaria locked.
Yep.
Somewhere out there is a TNT. And the herb comes from Lefane. We know that.
Yep. No real need to check any boxes in this place. I might grab a few for the memes, but no real reason to go out of the way here.
Yeah, Earth Cave is not incentivized this week. We always check the Asher trunk because it always pays out. This week it paid out a house.
Yep, I'll take that. I only had 3 of them. Oh, hang on a second. There we go. I had forgotten to put the ribbon on the person that matters right now.
It's funny because the Black Mage has the charges of life.
Also true. I guess they both matter then. She has Fade and Life 2.
And more hit points.
And more hit points.
Also matters.
It does. Like a lot more.
That plus 40 hit point blurs is no joke.
Yeah, right now she would be the leading hit point member of the party. Oh. Still waiting for that day I can cast Heal Magic on the undead and kill them.
I mean, that is the whole reason that the harm spells exist.
Right? Where's my Phoenix down?
There's a flag for that, sir.
That's true. Those burbs slightly less threatening now, even though this place was dangerous 15 minutes ago.
So I know that this is something that we've likely shown off in every run that's involved Earth Cave so far.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, that routing on Earth 4 was the ideal. Like, that was the step route.
Yeah. I'm so used to doing it, I don't think of it anymore. So
Yeah, that's one of those things that a lot of people just kind of like take for granted when they've been here for a while.
Yeah.
So Earth 4, there's 3 routes to get through, and the middle one is faster by like 2 steps.
Yeah.
And I think the top one is the second fastest, and the bottom is the slowest by like 4 or 5 steps. It's not a lot.
It's funny. I used to take the
However,
bottom one just because I enjoyed that route. It just felt more natural with my thumb on the D-pad. Um, I do we have four? We do. I mean, we could show off that a little bit, or we
nah,
can head on out of here. All right, cool.
let's just keep going.
Okay. Didn't
We
know
got
how.
places to be, Luffy.
I know, but we're making decent time. We're 36 minutes in, and we have a general idea of where we're going. 2 dungeons down. That wasn't too afraid.
So, chat saying shout out to everybody who's tried to quad X the vampire at least once. I've also tried to brack the vampire in my earlier days before I knew that it resisted that element.
Yeah. There's that
you
river. Look, right here.
Yep.
Right here. Let's just get another. Come
yeah.
on, right there.
Life would be so much better.
It would.
Did you turn in Adamant?
No, I didn't. Cube, calling it
Bridge
now.
boss!
Hey, 37 minutes and 23 seconds. Calling Cube. To make me look silly for leaving it behind.
Well, we'll see if Lazy Dwarves results in your cube.
Yeah. This is, ribbon? Oh, yay.
Masa -3.
Well, it's a masa.
It's a weapon that exists.
It's a masa. Okay. Well, that at least fills me with a little bit of determination, knowing that LaFane's herb should lead probably to something, and the bottle will also probably be something. The only incentive piece of gear left we have is the ribbon, which would be nice. We'd like that. But chances are we're going to find the Oxyale key or cube before we find that. Famous last words.
Well, it does really narrow down the path if we find the ribbon first.
Here's the river dock that you guys can park at here to be able to access this area without the floater.
Ooh, nachos.
Yep, tasty. And then here's the awesome Gaia Mountain Pass that we can walk through to get to Gaia. I don't need the mash save here. We're okay. There really is not much money to go around right now.
There's enough.
Enough, but not much. Thank you. I did. Without having a floater to pop, I forgot to pop the bottle. Okay.
All right. The key is very important.
Yep. That's useful. That'll help with my routing here as well, because now we can do that key.
Dock to Canaria.
Yeah, and then we can reset out of that should a need be to use this herb turn in. Okay, I have an idea. Oh, this middle part of the encounter table is thick. We're just gonna reset out of that. Alright, again, we wish we were promoted before we came here, but it's fine. I haven't seen Fast yet, actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
That means it's 7 or 8.
Yeah. Alright, we're going to check here and hope that it's... I don't know what we're going to hope right now.
Betting on sadness.
Alright, that's a good sign at least. That's a bad sign.
That means that it's at Gaia.
Yep. That means we're going to have to go back to Gaia should we want it. And it has a pretty good chance of being promotion locked. There's only one slot the Black Mage can learn of level 7 Gaia before promotion. I think it's... Well, there's only 2 spells there, but I think it's the second spell.
So, I honestly, thinking about it now, probably would have checked level 7 before going, because we know the Black Mage can't learn level 8.
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
The downside of innate magic versus is that sometimes you get locked out of important things. But we have temper.
Yeah, we do have temper. Maddie, cursor strats, best strats. Leave me alone. Cube? Hey!
Hey!
Alright, again, not
That's news.
ideal, but that is effectively no-ish mode, probably.
Well, the nice thing here
Well, that is no
is,
mode, actually, because that means their Ruben has to be behind the Oxio. Okay.
well, the tail and the ribbon are both outstanding.
Mm,
So we could see Oxyale or either piece of equipment here, and then the other path
mm.
being keeping in mind one piece of either the ribbon or the tail will be in sea shrines somewhere.
Yeah, this has been a very pleasant routed seed so far, so don't do that to me now, please. This has actually been quite kind. Alright, let's take a peek real quick.
Huh.
Hmm.
Neat.
Hmm. That's spooky. That's very strong.
Yeah, sure is.
Wow. Okay, well, we know it's there. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
That was like an 800 hit point T-Rex.
He's down with the thickness.
He is very strong.
Now, the downside here is we're now almost committed to that masa, and we really don't care about the tail.
Yeah, I know, which is kind of depressing because I would like to take trash fights on my way through here, but I'm still not going to because I am kind of still holding out hope I can promote. Again,
Yeah.
that might come back to bite me, but I know where the eye is easily accessible if I want to get levels on this ninja. If I promote, we're gonna find out if we're gonna promote or not. If this is the Oxyale, then we're probably not promoting. Well, okay.
Okay.
That's fine. Alright, so we'll take trash fights in Sea Shrine.
That's depressing.
It is, now that I'm thinking about it.
Does that mean no mech?
I was just thinking the same thing. We'll say, tell you what. If he's on my path, I'll take the fight.
Okay.
I'm going to take this fight, too. Alright, level 18, 300, 311. Alright, so that red mage has finally surpassed the white mage, and so is the thief. It took a while, though, in hit points.
Yeah, and that's a large part in just random rolls.
Yeah. I feel generally confident that we could take Warmech at these levels if... Oh, boy. Okay.
I was leaving that up to you, sir.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. That's right. They're not the one with the innate invis 2 magic bonus. Okay. That was really good turn order. Really good turn order.
I would start swinging and nuking.
Yep.
But, you do you.
Yeah. I want one more round. Okay, now we'll do it. No, nuke. Sorry. That was very lucky that they decided to punch the thief.
Yes. All right.
All right.
Very nice.
We're good. So that means we're probably not going to get many spell charges, if any, on this ninja. But it's cool. We have lots of levels now. We feel pretty comfortable.
OA.
Sure.
Don't worry, as is kind of the tradition for me, I've decided that with the flags this week, we're also going to swing wildly between opposing concepts. And so Wednesday, you will start with an airship.
Ooh. Spicy.
Spoilers.
Okay, so these fiends, where they are in their scaling, gives me pretty good confidence to go in there with just nukes and fades and feel like I'm going to get through it. Throughout the Bane there to see if we got a cheeky little insta-kill. But the scaling right here does not worry me too much. Temple of Fiends, that'll change a little bit, though. They're spooky.
Yeah. The ninja would actually benefit from having nuke charges.
It would, yeah.
It's, not necessarily a priority, but man, is it nice sometimes.
It is, especially being able to, throw out that nuke with, coming into like a seafood party platter. That's, we don't have unrunnables, but say they were unrunnable there on the seafloor. It'd be great to just throw out a nuke with that ninja instead of having to worry about, swinging.
Yeah, and I think worth noting as well with the idea of unrunnables, like we don't do a ton of those anymore.
Yep.
But it's very much a thing that you need to keep in mind. Like unrunnables are a big deal when they exist.
So no second ribbon is kind of a bummer, and we're probably not going to get that. So
You could open boxes on the way down to Kraken.
I can. I still might. We could just, we'll turn in that herb real quick anyway, because we're going to want to grab Nuke and Temper, which hopefully we get a charge or two of.
Sir.
What?
You don't have the Oxyale.
Oh, that's right, I don't. You said Kraken, and you got me thinking.
Yeah, and then you immediately said, I'm going to go turn in that herb right now, and then sailed to Onrag.
Look, I was thinking 3 steps ahead. I'm playing chess while you're playing chess. Okay. Yep, got him. Of course. At least they're running away now. Sometimes.
Jeez, Ale. That's the harshness right there.
Ouch.
Now, the nice thing, realistically, is that the only spells that we care about in this ninjas list exist in this town.
Yeah.
Which is the only reason I would ever want to walk through this town twice.
Yep. There's no reason for us to go to level 1 or level 2 magic at all. Do I have the Oxyal now? Can I go to Seashore?
Yeah,
Okay.
yes you do.
Okay. Yay! Let me mark it on
You
the
did
tracker.
it.
Let me mark it on the tracker. Okay. And I have the cube too. And the tail. Chad, I'm sorry. I'm trying to do too much.
So, I was telling Luffy earlier, I've never actually tracked a race. I've done comms for like 70, 80, 90, somewhere in there races, and then, 2 years of boot camps. I've never actually tracked anything.
Yeah. So,
And I don't want to start now.
So what Saracen's saying, he's going to start tracking for us come, actually, we've got to go back to Gaia if we want fast. Come Flatty Party next week, Saracen's tracking.
Lol, no.
Let's see what the hint giver here has to say, though, just for the lulls. Cool. Hi, Cope. Bye, Cope.
You say that, Sonny.
He does. He does say that.
That's the hard stuff. Now, all right. So one of the things with random C incentive, and you're not seeing a whole lot of it right now, this is kind of a solved route. Sonny, I'm not disagreeing with you that you don't have the ability to track FE while you're running FE.
Yeah. Sony, it's going to be me tracking. Don't worry about it.
So, the reason that C Shrine is kind of solved, that Vorpal is a big deal.
Yes. Thank you. Oh, the greed. The greed is paying off.
The reason that it's sort of solved is because you check all the chests on the way to Kraken, and then you check anything else if you didn't get your incentive.
Dang cursor. Sorry, Maddie.
We're not checking everything here.
Nah, just
we're
enough.
confident.
Good enough.
But we know there's a ribbon somewhere in here, and it just wasn't in the 5 of 32 chests that were opened.
Yeah. I just want to gauge the HP on this guy. Okay. I feel like if I see Gersharks at like 400 or less, I feel better about Temple of Fiends. There's probably zero correlation.
Well, you've successfully gained 1 spell charge on your ninja.
Hey, 1 is better than 0.
Mm-hmm. You are technically correct. The best kind of correct.
Yeah. Sea snakes can tend to roll quite high sometimes on the HP randomly, so seeing them under 200 feels pretty good. Lobsters, on the other hand, are always spooky.
I think the lobsters rolled thicker than the snakes.
They did. Not often that happens.
That's very rare.
Mm-hmm.
But is, an example of the swing you can see with the 70 to 150% scaling.
I took a couple fights ale. See, we'll even take one more right before Kraken. And we'll take a fight right after Kraken, because if we're at that part of the encounter table, we're getting 1 in 3 more steps.
It is nice just being able to slam heal 3s with no care in the world.
It sure is. It sure is.
Like, alright, so the thing about white mages, we've always known, white mages are, they're going to sit on their iPhones unless they have something to do, which is to say improved harm or an item to hold up in the air and do things. The savings of time comes from being able to slam heal 3 and cure 4 and just not care about anything.
Yeah. I mean, the way this ninja's swinging that Vorpal against Kraken 1 may be ale, but I probably shouldn't.
The real check is, well, first off, we don't even know if that fast is learnable because the Black Mage has heal plus magic.
I know, which is why I probably shouldn't.
But do we even have charges of level 7 on that Black Mage? Yeah, we do. Okay.
3. Alright, I'll leave it up to chat. What do you guys think? Do we go back to Gaia check level 7 magic? Or do we just go for it? Goat's Pirate wants me to go for it. That's no surprise. Go for it. Fast. Go for it. Do it. Do what, Jay Shy? YOLO? Alright.
I am looking forward to the sadness on Luffy's face.
Oh boy. Get fast? Yeah, I'm gonna go take a look. But you know what? To be on the safe side, we're gonna plan our save very carefully here. It's not too bad, actually.
It's not that bad.
It's not too bad. All right,
Now,
let's see.
shout out to the not nuke safe party, by the way.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Survey says
Hey.
it's learnable.
Okay, worth. Worth. That makes me feel very much better against Kraken and Tia.
Bonus blue stake, which, I mean, the step count was with you on that.
Yep.
That's going to help because that might push somebody over 400. Nope.
Nope.
Sure didn't.
Nope, it sure didn't. Oh, what happened? I missed my boat.
Oh no.
Oh, so sad. Oh, I was like, please let me one round this thing. All right, that's good enough.
Didn't give you a level. Very sad.
It didn't, but it is going to get me a level or two on the way down.
Wouldn't it be funny if Lich 2 suddenly gave you the level you were looking for?
It's not unreasonable that he does. I would like maybe one more house.
So, question about the shape of the T-Rex. So we have a theory of friend versus food.
Yes.
And Team Food says that the Tyros are steaks and the T-Rexes are blue steaks. And so they get their own sprites.
Yes. T-Rex is food, not friend. Yeah, I just realized it'd be helpful if I checked off the orbs on the tracker as well. What a terrible last trap tile.
Hey, we love spike tiles that don't matter at all, right? Like,
True.
the best news.
Oh, wow. Really? Well, am I glad I bought bonus heal 3s on the red mage.
Yeah, slam that heal 2 on the white mage at some point too, right?
I will, yeah. Okay, we don't have to see them again. Good God.
Yeah, Guardian Marcus calling out that that flag is part of our fun percent,
Yes.
which is a flag you can turn on that is not going to impact the randomization at all. That is the team stake flag, is what that is actually called.
Mm-hmm.
But we have a bunch of different options in there that are very fun. Random shard names, multi-instrumentalist Sarah, which we have here because we have a kazoo instead of a lute. I think the kazoo is just a better representation of the music that we're going to get in this game, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Wow, the disappointment I feel with that ninja getting tagged with trance at that level of HP and magic defense is disappointing. Oh man,
yeah.
that's worrisome. We're gonna take
The
this fight again.
unfortunate truth is that ninja MF growth is terrible unless you have inverted on, which I don't think I have that flag in the boot camp.
No, we would have called that out for tonight for sure if it was, and I don't think you have that checked or anything just yet.
Yeah, we haven't so far. That's for sure.
Yeah, taking those Gurmedusa fights because the ladies can give me lots of XP.
Okay. Exactly 400 hit point white mage seems like bait.
It sure does. Alright, that was okay. Okay. All the encounters on this floor tells me that we're probably in a good spot for this floor. Man, know your encounter table,
Up
friends.
one step before the encounter.
Know your encounter table, friends. That's
Yeah.
not me showing off. That was 100% luck.
So, and shout outs to Days Gone By, where we had the infamous Gurmadusas of Death.
Yes.
If you've never heard of that race, that was a supreme example of why encounter manipulation is super important.
Ooh. Kelly
Because
with
those
no HP.
Gurmadusas were unkind.
Yeah, they have the nickname Muhahas for a reason. Alright, so we should not get encounters on this. I'm just going to shut up.
Well, since you so nicely asked, chat, you can click any of those links that Jay Shidell just put into the chat to get in. We have our Discord server, which is where we all hang out. It's a good place. You should definitely come hang out. We've got the Randomizer website itself, and then our YouTube channel, which is super helpful for finding the recordings of the other boot camp classes or races that have happened, any of that. Our wiki does have all of the stuff as well for the boot camp.
Okay.
So anyway, I started blasting.
Swing? Oh, no. Ooh.
Ineffective.
Easy does it. Easy. Okay.
All right. The raid boss is down.
Okay. Alright. Almost feel pretty comfortable. In fact, we're going to do it now.
The commitment.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you. Still fine.
Reminder that your black mage has the ability to revive that white mage.
Yep, that's why I said still fine. Okay, yeah, we're good. We're fine. Easy. Hey, shout out to the black mage getting extra charges of this too because of the levels, by the way. Even though they're doing me no good. Oh, interesting actually. How they have 4 because they started with 2. And this only has 4 as well. Interesting.
Yep. You just get a head start. It increments. It's not a static table. So, you know what I'll say to the point in chat here is we have people in our community who have been playing the randomizer for several years who still have not beaten vanilla. So don't worry about that.
Yep. Sure, you can just stand there and keep spamming those. Hey. Get out of here. What a guy.
Starts off with the statistically least likely slot to be hit.
Yep.
It's the best.
Yep. What a guy. Alright, we should be fine now. That's very cute. Well, just keep throwing out tempers, I guess.
Did you switch swords or no?
Yes, I did.
Oh, good.
Oh, more power?
It's fine.
Yeah, we're fine. I thought that the white mage was cured just in time to have something blast her in the face, but it was just lightning too. Oh. Oh. Oh boy.
I believe in you.
Hey.
We did it.
Hey, that was time. 116-ish, something. 106-16-ish, somewhere in there. That was
That's
better than
good.
my fighter week 1. Thank you for the GG's chat. And welcome, yeah. Welcome to the Discord. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, on top of the duckling role, the spectator role will get you the alerts whenever we have a race going live.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a good way to catch all the races and not have to catch the VODs later or hope that you've got the right channels pulled up on Twitch.
Yep.
So, thoughts on the flag set here. The main thing, again, is going to be that overworld routing, figuring out how you're going to go around the very annoying continent of Melman.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, I mean, from the rest of the standpoint, Luffy, did you think there were any challenge areas?
The early game money was a little tricky, but that I think was just a product of this seed. Weaponry also was a little spooky. That Masa -3 was gonna be fine. The Greed Vorpal was very nice. So know some of those greed checks you guys can check as well in a flag set like this, like the routing, like Saracen said, through Sea Shrine. Like I was doing Kraken side first regardless, even if I needed an item, to be honest, and I would have routed that all in first, because that's just what you do when you have just one item in that dungeon, even if it's random placed. So other than that, just really kind of pay attention, like Saracen said, to your routing. We didn't get to show off that river to Melman here, but don't forget about that. It could come in handy depending on how things work out.
I will not be targeting that when I do vetting tonight. So, no worries about that. You might need it. But I'm not going to force it like I have before. That was by far one of my favorite weeklies to throw out, was the one where I turned off early open progression and I turned on like everything else.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, you would. But yeah, no, he's right. That was a lot of fun. That was a good time.
So looking forward at the week, tomorrow we'll have the new weekly go out. Then that will run for a full week until our next Monday after a reveal. Tuesday, the OJ Power Hour, where Luffy, you gonna be there too? Both of us?
Oh, is that this week? Yay! Yeah. Okay, that's perfect. I was given some prep work. Shout out to the O portion of the OJ Power Hour. I got some notes I got to take and some things I got to do, and I'm off of work Tuesday. So perfect timing. I can get that done. I'll be ready.
I've been looking at that too because I'm like, oh man, I have to talk about history from before I was here.
Did you know we have a wiki? I found out we had a wiki. Oh my goodness. Oh.
So. Yeah, come hang out for the OJ Power Hour on Tuesday night, which is that 9 p.m. on FFR?
I believe so, yes.
Wednesday will be our next boot camp stream, and that's going to be on FFR, twitch.tv/Final Fantasy Randomizer, with guest runner Sonny Wrath 11. That's going to be a good time.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's going to be a little bit of whiplash.
Yeah.
Because, spoiler alert, we're going to have an airship.
Yeah. He's been putting in a lot of work behind the scenes. Sonny and I have been talking. I know he's been talking to you as well. Very excited to have him on. A good friend of ours, and he's going to show you some fun stuff.
We will also have community races Monday and Thursday. So come check those out. Join up if you want. It's just a little casual get-together, play the flags that we have unveiled, revealed, whichever word you choose to run with on that.
Mm-hmm.
So tomorrow night we will have the race. That's at 9 p.m. You'll see a race announcement go out when we have the race room ready for that. So it'll be these flags tomorrow night. Friday, we probably have another VOD review lined up. I haven't really been, you know, finger on the pulse with that. And
I'm
then
due for one of
next
those
week,
soon. I gotta take a
Sunday,
look. Hmm.
next week, Sunday, starting with week 4, we get the Platy Party. Luffy, are you excited about the Platy Party?
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. You get to see some of the veteran runners of the community, so to speak. You know, ones that have kind of graduated from that duckling role to in a race setting that really kind of pits you against your peers and kind of shows you really kind of where you stand. It's a lot of fun. You had a good time with that a couple years ago, as did I. So it's going to be great to see some of the runners out there, and you see some new names that you maybe didn't expect to make some noise. We'll see how things go. It's going to be very exciting.
So what's great about the Platy Party is it's another way that we let the community show off the different strategies that we use, and you'll be able to see a couple of different folks, taking a stab at these flags. I would say a little less blind than prior years.
Yeah. Yes.
Prior years, we didn't give you any hints. This year, because it was already in the wiki before we started the boot camp, there were some hints out about
Mhm.
what we were going to see. But what's also fun is, while we're going to be able to look at the flags and see a little bit, the runners will only be seeing the flags when the seed is rolled.
Yes.
So they get to, parse it out very quickly and try to figure out what they're going to do. So that's a great part of the boot camp, is that our reveal streams will feature, some number of racers from the Platy Party. And yeah, that's kind of our week in review coming up.
Hmm.
Luffy, do you have any additional thoughts on what we got here coming up?
I do not. I think you said it all. There's a lot of action. It's going to be that way the next couple weeks. There's just, full Final Fantasy randomizer going on. We got something going on almost every night, which is exciting. So keep yourselves pinned to the Discord. Get yourselves that spectator role for when we send out those pings, and you guys can watch or you can race along. It'll be a good time.
Heck yeah. Uh, well, with that, I think we pretty much covered it for the evening.
Yep.
I know you need to get up in like 5.5 hours for work.
Yeah, your boys got to get up for work at 4 a.m. Eastern time. So we're going to make that happen. I'm going to go to bed.
Thank you, Luffy.
Thanks for having me.
All right, everybody, have a good night, and we'll catch you in the Discord.
Take care, everyone.